my name is Micah Grundy, and this is my debate video for the debate assignment. I have chosen the topic of abortion. I believe abortion should be presented as a safe, viable option for pregnant American women. Abortion is a major part of women's health. If a woman cannot abort a baby, it can cause her physical harm or mental trauma. The physical harm can come from her being too young, due to inadequate sex education, or due to not knowing the risks, or being too unhealthy to care for both herself and the baby. The mental trauma could come from her being forced to carry a baby that she doesn't want or doesn't need, having to carry that baby to term, and having to either raise that child or give it up for adoption. If abortion is inaccessible, it can cause lifelong damage to a woman and her family. She has to either live with the child that she doesn't want, or has to live with the fact that the child she had in her stomach for 9 months might be somewhere wondering where she is. Both of these options are not exactly pleasurable for a woman who could have just had a simple, safe procedure and gone on with her life. Abortion is often presented as something to avoid at all costs, but it is one of the most common medical procedures in America. According to the World Health Organization and the Center for Reproductive Rights, 1 in 4 women will end a pregnancy in her lifetime. Your mother, your grandmother, your aunt, your cousin, your sister, any of them could have had an abortion or might have an abortion sometime in the future. The common denominator between women who get abortions is they get it because they don't want or can't have a child. This applies to both mothers who want what's best for their children that are already alive and those who can't afford to bring a child into the world. These people do it because they want to provide a world that is safe for themselves and for their family. If they don't want to bring a child into a world where they won't be able to provide for it or care for it well, then they won't have the child. And if this procedure is inaccessible to them, then they have to raise a child that they don't want or can't provide a healthy life for. Abortion is a safe procedure that many people go through, and it is a very simple procedure to go through. There are 2 ways to get an abortion, either in clinic or with medication. In clinic, abortions happen, of course, in the clinic, and the main part of the procedure takes about 2 days, at most. The woman is put in a room similar to a gynecologist's office and often sedated while the doctor or nurse performs the procedure. Medication abortions take about a week at most to fully go through. The person is given 2 or 3 doses of medication and is, depending on how long they have been pregnant, and is carefully instructed on how to take them. Both of these procedures are safe and easy and are done with the support of nurses who know what they're doing. Both of these processes take a few days at most and can be painful at times, but generally not a whole lot more than a heavy period. There may be cramping and painful feelings in the stomach, but that's about as bad as it gets. There's definitely bleeding, but it's 2 days of bleeding and cramping are a whole lot better than 9 months of pain and 12 hours of labor. At abortion clinics, all of the nurses there are willing to help and to provide a person with accurate, helpful information, or in order to guide a person on whether or not to get an abortion. These people aren't there to help to push you to get an abortion because that's the way they run their business. They're there to help you make the right decision for you and for your family. If the right decision for you is to have a child, then they can point you in the direction of clinics that can help you birth that child and provide a safe, loving home for it. But if you think the right decision for you is to not have the child, they can help you find the right resources to not have the child. They can help you find the best procedure for you and for your body. If there are any complications during either way, all abortion clinics have informed nurses that can help a person get through such issues. And if there are any issues after the abortion is complete, there are several different hotlines to call if there are any medical issues or mental health issues. There are hotlines all over the country that are there specifically to help out women that have gone through abortions and feel guilty or feel unsafe or feel insecure. These hotlines are there for women who have issues that they're not certain about or that they need other outside counseling through. It is more dangerous to restrict abortions to certain circumstances than to not restrict it at all. According to the World Health Organization, restrictive abortion regulation can cause clear societal stigma and great distress on women who want to get an abortion. 45% of abortions around the world are unsafe, and 97% of those unsafe abortions take place in countries where healthcare is inadequate or restrictive. There is no reason that unsafe abortions should ever have to take place in America, a place where clinics should be able to do their jobs freely without others harassing them for it. Sadly, many women are scared, or terrified even, of ever stepping foot into an abortion clinic because of the backlash they may receive from their family or the people around them. If abortion laws were less restrictive on women's bodies, societal stigmas would be much less pressuring on women. I have talked about abortion and how it should be a safe, viable option equivalent to adoption or equivalent to raising a child as your own. Abortion is a major part of women's health. It is one of the most common medical procedures in America. It is safe and simple, and it is more dangerous to restrict abortions to certain circumstances than to not restrict it at all. In conclusion, abortion is not a terrible thing to present. It's a safe option for young women and for older women who are scared, who don't want to have a baby, who feel like they can't bring a baby into the world and be safe with it. Thank you for your time.